Morning, friends. Welcome to the farm. My son's busy washing dishes, so he likes to play music if you hear it in the background. If you're looking at the newspaper, I went and put petrol this morning, and they gave me a newspaper at the petrol station. And yes, um, I know that mainstream media has been kicked in the nuts, obviously through false news and fake nonsense all over the place. But yeah, look at this. So this is today's paper, right? Standard paper talks about the first group of Afrikaner refugees set to arrive in the US. Woohoo! Yeah, go boy. Enjoy it, guys. Safety and security. You don't have to lock up everything. You can live a different life, hopefully a safe and a prosperous one. So that's one page, 2 pages, 3 pages. I'm in the middle now, right? Look at this. And then that's the 4, 5, and 6, right? But look at the classifieds. That's classifieds. It's a half, not even a half a page. It's this little column here, check here. That's the classifieds. I remember when the classifieds was about 5 pages long. Look at the classifieds now. Nobody puts anything in the newspaper. The newspaper is dead. The biggest section that's still big is the puzzle, the brainstorm section. Look at that. That's still like a whole page on its own, which was always pretty much like that. So, entertainment purposes, yes. But news, there's just no news. They got the international stuff, yeah. And what I thought was amazing. Did you check these South African runners? Geez, they made us proud. Well done, chaps. It was flipping awesome. But yeah, that's the newspaper. And I remember we used to have, check here it is, young. It's a small little paper. It's six pages. And it just shows you how they've lost credibility. So, and all those people, obviously, there was plenty of people who worked there. And I take it over time, they've all gone now. There's no one left. I saw a couple of guys that used to be editors that are selling houses and stuff here in town. So, yeah, mainstream media took a kick in the balls. But anyway, and that same note, there's something that has bugged me. If you go across any social media, even on the fake media and the mainstream media, I call it fake media. I don't like listening to radio or anything like that because they push their own propaganda. But on they're inventing their own language, so they won't talk about killing or murder or things like that. They talk about unaliving someone, and they talk about, instead of fake news or that's nonsense or it's not the truth, it's a or misconception or something like that. They talk about, what's the word? I can't think of it now. But anyway, there's also a changed word that sort of has a double meaning. And everything's sort of, there's a new language coming out so that they can bullshit us some more. So anyway, yeah, newspapers. Newspapers are like radio stations. Thing of the past there. Most people now that I know that are pretty much well informed, they go onto these website radio stations. And they get most of their sort of reliable news from there. The newspapers are governed by government, and the radio stations, they're governed by a license. They have to get a license every year, which is governed by the government. So the government's telling you what they want you to hear. So if you want to hear or listen to radio, cool, go ahead. If you want to find out what's really going on, go onto the internet and find yourself independent radio station that's not governed by any power that be. Anyway, it's my 2 cents for the day. Have a good one, folks.